Are you looking to slash your energy bills and still stay cool and comfortable? Well, meet the Airspool 12,000 BTU Solar Hybrid Mini Split AC with heat pump, the future of home comfort powered by the sun. This innovative system runs directly on solar power. No batteries, no inverters, just clean, green energy. Whether you're off-grid or want to maximize savings on-grid, Airspool's super efficient design keeps you cool in the summer and warm in the winter, even in extreme temperatures. Best of all, it's Energy Star approved and has a mega efficient 22 SEER rating. Ready to take control of your energy and comfort? Let's dive into how Airspool can transform your space. Quill. Hi, buddy. Right now, me and Quill are on a service call, actually, in the school bus. We took the school bus down to Las Vegas, Nevada to do a mini split solar install. On my bus, I have two of these Airspool mini splits, 12,000 BTU hybrid solar mini splits. We are installing one of these on a casita in the back of a house. So I'm gonna take you inside. We're gonna unbox this outside and inside unit for the Airspool mini split from Santan Solar and start installing it right now. So what we have here is the Airspool 12,000 BTU mini split with the heat pump. This is a hybrid unit, so it can take solar panels, and that's how we're gonna be installing this one on the casita in the back of the house. So it'll be a cool install for you guys to see what I consider to be really like the best application for this type of a mini split. Okay. So this part is the inside unit. This is the evaporator unit. Airspool always comes with really nice manual, a lot of extra components inside of here. There's the remote, tools for the MC4 connectors on the solar panel. They really include everything that you need pretty much for this install. Drain hose for the condensation. Here is the remote control. Another great thing about this is that you don't really even need the remote control because you can hook it up to Wi-Fi and operate everything from your phone from anywhere. So if you're out for the day and you want to cool down the house on your way home, you can easily turn it on from anywhere. So that's that. Okay, what we have here is the inside unit. The power cords are also in the box. This is the one that goes to your 110 and 120 outlet. And then this goes with the line set to let the inside unit communicate with the outside unit. So this is gonna go between the two units. This is what's gonna go on your wall. It's gonna go just like that, oriented like that. The vent is right here on the bottom. And one of the first things you're gonna wanna do when installing this is remove this one little screw, take this out and use this as a template for making all your holes and start attaching this mount to your wall. This is the outside air handler, the condenser portion of the unit. And this will be going outside of the casita, mounted on the ground. It looks like this box took a little bit of a beating on the way, but we'll just hope that everything is good inside. There we go. And when you get this part, here is part of the line set. These are the refrigerant lines that are gonna go between the evaporator and the condenser. You get a spool of UV protectant tape for when you run your line set. You're gonna wrap it in this stuff to protect it from the sun damaging and breaking down those materials. And this is the outside unit. Everything looks good. I don't see any damage or any dents anywhere. So even though the box took a little, I do see a little damage here, but we could probably straighten it out. So the box took a little bit of a hit, but these products look pretty good, and I don't think there's going to be any issue with them. But yeah, take a look at this, Nelson.
We're going to check out this massive damage. I don't think it's any damage. There's a metal panel that is slightly unaligned.
Yeah,
it's like people looking at a $40,000 Tesla and look at panels unaligned.
Yeah, the Cybertruck, it's not straight. We may have to take this whole thing off, though.
Oh, there's more than one.
Yeah, I'm going to take this whole lid off, and we're just going to bend this panel back. I mean, it's out like maybe a quarter of an inch. But, you know, it's good to check it out and make sure everything is good.
I was actually surprised that cheapest was to ship, because their shipping options on their website were more expensive than what they actually sent an invoice for and shipping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was actually really affordable for this place to ship them.
Here, we'll do a little video up close of this.
Like he's this exterior panel, which is basically to protect the whole unit, right? This panel is the unit. The panel is the panel.
Yeah, it just got a little hit right here. So it did get bent in a little bit. We're just going to massage it back into place, and everything will be fine. There's no major components in here that are like smushed or anything like that. So, you know, it kind of happens when you ship these big, heavy things. In order to install this whole system, we have two parts of it. We can do the air conditioner part, and we can also do the solar panel part. So I think we're going to do the air conditioner first, get it all in place, and then we'll move to the outside on the roof to do the solar panels. But since we're going to do this part first, I'm going to go ahead and remove these protective panels so that we can do all the wiring and all of that. Oh, yeah, there's one more here. If you're not familiar with what a solar hybrid mini split is, as you can see right here, we have MC4 connectors. You can actually plug solar panels directly into this unit and not need any other equipment, and this will run solely off of the solar panels. So we have the positive and the negative, and simply hook them up, and you don't even have to have 110 or any other power source, and it will totally work just with solar panels. It's pretty incredible. We're gonna take all this equipment out to the backyard and start putting it in place and figuring out what the next step is. So another thing I'm gonna show you guys is all the equipment. We just ordered everything, mostly on Amazon or whatever. I'll be putting all the links to this stuff in the description of the video, but this is like all the stuff that you'll need to install this in your home. Literally everything you need to make it a DIY install. You don't need a professional to come in and charge the system. You can totally do it yourself. All right, this is a solar crimping kit. We're gonna need this to make cables to attach to the unit and go up to the solar panels. So we have MC4 connectors, a crimper. This came from Bouge RV. I've used them before, and they have pretty quality products. So I will leave that link in the description of the video. So that's for the MC4s.
One piece plugs right in here.
Mm-hmm.
Another one plugs right in here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Idiot Nelson can figure it out, then anyone can figure this out.
Okay, so what we have here is the vacuum pump that's gonna pull all the stuff out of the lines. Can you give me a assist with that box, please? Thank you. They always do the box in the box thing. So this is kind of like an all-in-one kit right here too. This is a vacuum pump and the gauges, everything that you need to pull the vacuum in the lines of the air conditioner. There's quite some packaging here. It's pretty awesome, actually. Very nice and organized. Okay, so this is the vacuum pump. Oh, nice. Comes with mineral oil. That's awesome. Now it's kind of a weird time, because this back in the day used to cost an air conditioning technician like thousands of dollars to get a setup like this. Do you remember how much this was? This vacuum pump and gauges? $100 or something?
Oh, yeah, today, yeah, it was 150.
150 bucks for the vacuum pump and the gauges, so you can pull the vacuum. So we're just gonna hook up the gauges to this. This is gonna pull the vacuum, all the stuff out of the lines, so that will go in there. These are the gauges that we'll be using to see what the pressure is in the lines.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the same stuff that you would use on your car. So if you ever wanted to add refrigerant, you can hook these up and add refrigerant to your car. Yeah, this is a halogen leak detector. I guess this will detect leaks from refrigerant. Interesting. I don't know, that just came in the kit, so kind of cool. Yeah, this is a nice kit. I really like it. Doing this install was a very slow, relaxed pace. Nelson is a friend of mine, so we did a lot of hanging out, and this job took 2 days, and it was very slow paced. I did the mini split install the first day, putting the inside unit up on the wall, getting all the lines run through the wall, drilling the hole, doing all of that. You need a 2.5-inch hole to get through there. It is so simple and so easy that pretty much anybody can do it. Airspool has provided really good directions to get this Airspool mini split mounted simply and easily and correctly in your space. Okay, so this is the inside air handler unit, and I'm hooking up these wires to the board here, and it's so simple. They're labeled 1, 2, 3 very clearly on the wires, and then this is the ground, and the board is labeled the same, so you can't mess it up. And I'm just going to be connecting all of these, getting ready to hang this unit on the wall inside. After I connect these wires to the board, I'm going to be flipping this unit over and connecting the refrigerant hoses to the back of the unit. Okay, so I hooked up the ground first, and now let's see, there's number 1. This one says number 3, and this one says number 2. So we'll start with number 3. So to be clear, this is not a complete installation how-to video to show you every single component and how they're all installed. This is kind of just an overview to show you what this Airspool mini split hybrid solar unit can do. It can do things that other mini splits just can't do, like running completely for free, completely off the sun. I have a friend that bought one of these Airspool mini splits and installed it in a full-size bus that they were working on. The bus was completely demoed, completely torn apart. The very first thing that they did on this school bus conversion build was install an Airspool mini split and some solar panels so that they could run air conditioning completely for free with no other power system and build the bus inside of the air conditioning where it's nice and comfortable. One thing that I want to make clear about this video is that this product was purchased by the customer and installed by me. This was not provided to me for free, and it was paid for by the customer from Santan Solar and delivered to his home. All right, so we have made all the connections. We have vacuumed the lines with the vacuum pump. We have everything is in place. We got the inside unit installed in there. The outside unit's here. My next thing is to crack the refrigerant line open and let the lines charge in the system. So this is always kind of like a little bit of a scary moment because, I mean, I don't have any leaks. I can see from the pressure gauge that I don't have any leaks, but it's still always a little moment of truth, you know? So here we go. Oop, yeah.
The bottom one first. I'm just kidding.
You sure about that?
It's the top one first, people.
You sure about that?
Doing the top one first. And you open this all the way up and there's a stop there. You can't open it too far.
You sure about that?
Gonna do the bottom one. I just want it to settle for a second. There we go. Next thing is powering it on. That's awesome. Put these dust caps back in place. And then this is the scariest part, is taking this off. You just got to do it kind of fast because it's going to spray out some, but I'm pretty sure. Right? That's the next thing? I've already done it all? Like...
Yeah, it's funny. It goes right into the wiring. It never mentions removing that because it just shows, despite not being showed, you're supposed to leave that on. It's not shown. Being they already removed it.
Okay. Scary.
Okay, because some of that stuff gets pushed into that line now.
Yeah. Dude, I don't ever remember that much coming out, but yeah, that was kind of a lot. But alright, well, I better wash my hands.
It's just Kool-Aid.
Dude, I hope that was okay.
I think it's okay. Yeah,
It seemed like a lot came out though.
it stopped. That's what's important.
Yeah, I mean that couldn't have been the whole system.
Right.
You know? We just used the remote for the first time and powered it on, and it's showing a display of temperature. Oh, it's blowing air. I'm gonna turn this way down so we can feel the full potential of the Airspool hybrid solar mini split. You're feeling the full potential right now, aren't you?
The next thing on the list was to install the solar panels on the roof. We used the Iron Ridge system to mount these solar panels, and let me tell you, it couldn't have been simpler. This install took us just like an hour. You could do an entire roof with 30 panels in less than a day.
All right, so we have the 3 550 watt panels mounted on the roof. I am connecting the solar PV wires to the panels right now, and then we're going to be connecting it to the mini split. All right, so that's those two. We will pull this slack. I have slack in this one cord, but I'll make a little coil up there and make it neat and tidy, and we'll do the whole thing. It's a little tight actually. I may need to undo that thing, but okay, we're good for now. So, I'll get this ladder out of the way and I'll show you the next step. It's very easy to figure out which one goes to which because they can only go one way. So we're going to snap this one in. Just like that. This is the last one. And then we'll have solar power for this air conditioner. Boom, that's it. So now we can go on the app and see what this is running on. You'll be able to see if it's bringing in power from solar or from the outlet. It's also wired to an outlet right here on the wall. So pretty soon we'll be seeing, you know, some solar power coming through this air conditioner, and it will be able to run completely off of solar power and nothing else. Hey, PV input, look at that. That's awesome. See on this side, on the left side, we have PV input. We're at 270 watts or so. And there's nothing coming from the grid on the right side. It was the opposite because we only hooked it up to the grid before, and now it's hooked up to solar panels. So it's working. Hell yeah. It's awesome. Let's turn this way down just so we can see how much it uses. Because this should go way up if we, yeah, it's going up already. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so in theory, the panels could produce 1,500 watts. They're under full sun right now. I can't imagine they get lower. But I think this one, the AC input, when it turned on full before, was pulling like 600 watts. And here we're going to about the same.
Yep.
And let's see.
And you'll notice the hotter it gets, we're going into the winter right now, but the hotter it gets, the more power it'll pull.
Sure, right.
So when you're in the middle of summer, you'll be pulling like 1,100 watts. Maybe 12, I don't know.
Yeah, it's capped at around 5, 6, 7D.
I love it when our plan works out. Okay, so now one of the last things I'm going to do is it comes with this UV tape. I'm going to be wrapping this line set starting at the bottom, going all the way up to the top and covering the whole thing. It protects it from UV rays and the sun breaking down these materials. So this will be an important thing to keep this line set nice and, nice and keep it from getting brittle and stuff. So I'll be doing that next.
What are you doing? Where's that ball? Where's that ball? Huh? You gonna get up there? You gonna get up there? Get up there. Get up there. Bubba. Oh, I'm gonna get you the ball. Yeah? You gonna get it? You gonna get it? Come here. Come on. Bubba, come here. Come on. Ready? Ready? Yeah, good boy. Bring it back. Bring it back, buddy. Come on. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it.
I have just finished the installation of this amazing Airspool 12,000 BTU solar hybrid mini split with a heat pump. That's a big title for this thing, but it does all of that. It is also 22 SEER. I find that to be one of my favorite features of this, that it is so efficient. And oh, you want to get that? Go get it. It is so efficient and it works great. So this thing, we had it hooked up originally with all the refrigerant connected and all the lines connected and everything fully installed, and just plugged it into this outlet right here. This is coming from the grid. This is power that you will pay for, but there is a second power source, pretty much a primary power source for this mini split, and it's right here. These MC4s coming out go through the same bundle up to the roof, and there are 3 550 watt solar panels up there. So it's 1,650 watts running this completely for free anytime the sun is out. It is really an incredible unit. It is a little bit more expensive than a comparable 12,000 BTU mini split, but you're getting so much more with the function of the solar inputs. It is a little bit more than a regular 12,000 BTU mini split with a heat pump, but if you can use the solar hybrid features, this unit is definitely worth the money. It's about $1,500 for this unit. It's available at Santan Solar, who is a sponsor of the channel. I have 2 of these exact units on my school bus, and they are mobile and they have worked great for me for over a year. I have no issues with them whatsoever. And Quill absolutely loves them too. Right, buddy? It has been really cool to take my bus to a job and be able to live right out front of the job site and get all this stuff done and keep Quill happy and give him exercise. I have my e-bike with me, so it is pretty awesome. I feel great about this install. Everything went perfectly. It functions great. It really cools this building very nicely. This building's something like 600 square feet, and I think it's gonna do great in here. What are you doing? It's really great to have Quill at the job as well. Right? Yes. Let me show you a little bit of the install. Now, I am not a professional AC technician, so I'm sure some of these things are not done to code or whatever. These are things that we didn't have to worry about in this location. If you have comments about me not doing it right, leave them below and I will be sure to read them. I do want to improve. If there's something that I can improve upon installing these systems, let me know what I did wrong. Yeah, I'm super stoked with the way it came out. I think it's very neat and tidy. One thing that I didn't do is I did not fasten it to these concrete blocks. We just didn't have the concrete anchors. So he's gonna get some from the hardware store, drill the holes out, put a couple screws in there and hold it down to this concrete pad. I did my best to bundle the wires and the refrigerant lines with the UV protected tape, and it just goes all the way up. The plug comes out, that goes into the grid right there. All the solar panel wires there's just 2 of them, and they're in this bundle along with the refrigerant lines. It goes in the roof right up there, and then the solar lines continue on. So these lines that go through are the 2 refrigerant lines and the line set that connects the inside unit to the outside unit. Then the solar panel wires go right up here on top of the window, and then just kind of shimmy along up over the roof and it's all connected with fasteners and stuff. I'm sure there's probably a better way of doing this, but this is the backside of a building, and nobody comes back here, and no one's gonna see it, and it's not gonna be any issue to have it done like this way. I think it came out pretty nice, actually. Here we can see the solar panels mounted on the roof. Down there by Quill is the outside condenser portion of the mini split. But yeah, right up on here, we have 3 550 watt panels. They are powering this mini split completely for free anytime that the sun is out. This is a lot of power. So we use the Iron Ridge XR10 rails and the shingle roof mounts. They were so easy to install. It was really a great mounting system. He's going to be extending this out and adding 3 more panels to fill the whole roof eventually. So that's why we just ran it long. He's going to be extending this rail out for 3 more panels on the other side of the roof. But the install came out very clean, very nice. I think it looks awesome. Those solar panels are huge, and it is a ton of power. I freaking love it. In just a second, I'll take you inside to see what the inside evaporator part and the fan portion of the unit looks like. And then those wires for the panel just come out right there and just route down nicely. I try to make them nice and straight and follow the lines of the siding, and it goes over there to the mini split. The really amazing thing about these is that it has MC4s coming out of it. So all you need to do is add a string of solar panels directly to this unit. You need no other equipment whatsoever. Only solar panels to plug directly into this, and you can power this directly from the sun for completely free. I have these same Airspool mini splits on my school bus. I have 2 of them. There's one at the front, there's one in the back for the inside, and then both of the outside units are on the back of the bus. I do not use the solar input feature on my bus. I benefit way more to run all of my solar panels into my battery bank and then allow the battery bank to power the mini splits. So right now I am not using the solar input on my bus. So in my situation, I don't need a hybrid mini split, but I did want the flexibility because when I'm parked at my property over the winter, I can put out an array of panels on the ground, connect those directly to the mini split, and use the heat pump all through the winter. So that's what I'm going to do this winter. I'm going to be putting out a bunch of solar panels, connecting them directly to the school bus, and powering the heat pumps in these for the whole winter for free. You know, I should have plenty of power to do that. So in this situation, I think this is the absolute best case scenario for putting one of these to use in the most efficient and affordable way. This thing is going to use so little energy from the grid because of these solar panels. It'll just need to be on at night, and it's just gonna sip energy. It's really going to save a ton of money. In fact, if he would like to, he could disconnect the outlet here. He could just unplug this or reset the outlet so that it's not on. That way, no energy comes from the grid, and he can only run it on solar panels if he wishes. There are also ways to go into the app and limit the amount of power that it pulls from the grid. I have not used these features on the app, so I don't really know how they work, but I've seen them in there. And you can limit energy consumption from the grid and make sure it's always staying low on the amount of energy that it consumes and the money that you're gonna have to spend on that power bill. Let's take a walk inside the shed here, and I will show you what the inside unit looks like inside. All right, so right over here is where we put the mini split evaporator fan portion of the thing. It is dead center of this wall on one end, blowing into the other end. So let me come down here to the other end of this shed space and show you kind of like the size of this room. It is a pretty hefty room. This is not very small at all. I could totally live completely comfortably in a house like this. So this is probably 16 by 24 or something like that. Yeah, I think it's about 24 feet long by 16, so it's a really great size. I have pretty high confidence that this Airspool mini split will cool this space very well. We'll see. It will be challenging in the months in the summer when it's 115 here in Vegas. And, you know, there is a little bit of extra space. He left the trusses exposed, and it's really cool. There's spray foam insulation under the wood underneath there, but I really like the choice of leaving the trusses open. It's a pretty cool little decorative touch to the building. Makes it look neat. This is the remote control that comes with the Airspool unit. It also has app control. I definitely prefer using the app over the remote control. You can operate it with this if you don't have access to your phone or whatever, but the app is great. You get more control. It's more clear as to what's going on with the unit and the settings that you're using. The remote's nice if you need to get your hands on it real quick and just turn it off or something like that. This is the interior fan portion. All it took was a 2.5-inch hole to drill into this wall to pass all the lines and refrigerant hoses and everything. The hole is just behind here. It's just off to one side so that the refrigerant lines and stuff can go through. It has a little display over here. It is not flashing in person. It's just the frame rate of the camera. But it gives you a little idea of what is going on with the unit, what it's set at, and also when there's solar power coming in, it'll have a green logo. Let me turn on cooling. So it was just on fan. There was no cooling happening, and I switched it to cooling mode, and now you get this green logo. The green logo means that it is being powered from the solar panels. Solar panel energy is coming in and powering this thing completely with no other help from the grid at all. So I set it on 65 degrees. We can go into the app and check it out, but I'm not going to show that on this video because it's on his phone. We set this up with his phone and the app on his phone, and I don't have access to it. And I'm not going to ask him for his phone in order to show you how the app works. It is very nice. It is very slim. This is very small in comparison to the size of this room. I think it just came out so clean and pretty and nice. Everything about it is really cool. I'm super excited. So if you have any questions or comments about hybrid solar mini splits, let me know in this video. Leave a comment below and I will be sure to answer it. These Airspool mini splits are available at Santan Solar. It's my favorite place for solar energy products. You can get stuff very affordable there. You can get new, used, all the components you need to build your own off-grid solar system, or even on grid, and put up solar panels and just save money and get free heating and cooling with a unit like this and just a couple solar panels. This is not a sponsored video. This was purchased by a client. I helped him install it, and this is not a sponsored video. I just love Santan Solar, and I just wanted to show a little bit of the installation of this one. Tell you how much I like Airspool mini splits. The hybrid feature is really cool. This is my first one that I've hooked up that really utilizes the MC4 inputs and the solar inputs to run this thing for free off the sun. It is really, truly amazing. At the house that I'm at, the guys I'm installing this with were blown away. They had no idea that this thing even existed, and they're in construction. It's a pretty awesome product. It can save you a lot of money on heating and cooling. You can add this into any building or any room of your house really simply and easily. This install took 2 days only, and that was not a rushed pace at all. I took 1 day to install the mini split, the inside portion, the outside portion, drill a hole through the wall, run the lines, all that. The second day I installed the solar panels on the roof. It is super, super simple and easy. It's amazing how easy this is. I'm gonna get up out of here. I just want to give a shout out to Santan Solar. If you would like one of your own, click the link in the description of this video. My affiliate link will be in there. I'll get a couple shekels from somebody if you buy something from that site. But Santan Solar is awesome. If you're interested in solar, check them out because it's one of the most affordable ways you can get solar on the planet. Thank you for watching, guys. I will catch you in another video really soon, right down the road. Bye. It was like burning out. They couldn't grip. That's cool. Oh, dude, I just farted and it is, whoa, holy shit. Just to warn you, I don't want you to experience that. Holy cow.